Clergy are formal leaders within established religions. Their roles and functions vary in different religious traditions, but usually involve presiding over specific rituals and teaching their religion's doctrines and practices. Some of the terms used for individual clergy are clergyman, clergywoman, and churchman. Less common terms are cleric, churchwoman, and clergyperson, while clerk in holy orders has a long history but is rarely used. In Christianity, the specific names and roles of the clergy vary by denomination, and there is a wide range of formal and informal clergy positions, including deacons, elders, priests, bishops, preachers, pastors, presbyters, ministers, and the Pope. In Islam, a religious leader is often known formally or informally as an imam, qadi, mufti, mullah, or ayatollah. In the Jewish tradition, a religious leader is often a rabbi or hazan. The word cleric comes from the ecclesiastical Latin clericus, for those belonging to the priestly class. In turn, the source of the Latin word is from the ecclesiastical Greek klerikos, meaning appertaining to an inheritance, in reference to the fact that the Levitical priests of the Old Testament had no inheritance except the Lord. Quote, clergy is from two Old French words, clergy and clergy, which refer to those with learning and derive from medieval Latin clericatus. From late Latin clericus, clerk, which used to mean one ordained to the ministry, also derives from clericus. In the Middle Ages, reading and writing were almost exclusively the domain of the priestly class. And this is the reason for the close relationship of these words. Within Christianity, especially in Eastern Christianity and formally in Western Roman Catholicism, the term cleric refers to any individual who has been ordained, including deacons, priests, and bishops. In Latin Roman Catholicism, the tonsure was a prerequisite for receiving any of the minor orders or major orders before the tonsure. Minor orders and the subdiaconate were abolished following the Second Vatican Council. Now, the clerical state is tied to reception of the diaconate. Minor orders are still given in the Eastern Catholic churches, and those who receive those orders are minor clerics. The use of the word cleric is also appropriate for Eastern Orthodox minor clergy who are tonsured in order not to trivialize orders, such as those of reader in the Eastern Church, or for those who are tonsured yet have no minor or major orders. It is in this sense that the word entered the Arabic language, most commonly in Lebanon from the French, as clerici, meaning seminarian. This is all in keeping with Eastern Orthodox concepts of clergy, which still include those who have not yet received, or do not plan to receive, the diaconate, a priesthood as a body of priests, shamans, or oracles who have special religious authority or function. The term priest is derived from the Greek presbyter, but is often used in the sense of sacerdos in particular, i.e., for clergy performing ritual within the sphere of the sacred or numinous, communicating with the gods on behalf of the community. Buddhist clergy are often collectively referred to as the Sangha, and consist of various orders of male and female monks. However, as Buddhism spread geographically over time, encountering different cultures, responding to new social, political, and physical environments, this single form of Buddhist monasticism diversified. The interaction between Buddhism and Tibetan-born led to a uniquely Tibetan Buddhism, within which various sects, based upon certain teacher-student lineages, arose. Similarly, the interaction between Indian Buddhist monks, thereby creating Buddhist priests. Again, in response to various historic attempts to suppress Buddhism, the practice of celibacy was relaxed and Japanese monks allowed to marry. This form was then transmitted to Korea during later Japanese occupation, where celibate and non-celibate monks today exist in the same sects. As these varied styles of Buddhist monasticism are transmitted to Western cultures, still more new forms are being created. In general, the Mahayana schools of Buddhism tend to be more culturally adaptive and innovative with forms, while Theravada schools tend to take a much more conservative view of monastic life, and continue to observe precepts that forbid monks from touching women or working in certain secular roles. This broad difference in approach led to a major schism among Buddhist monastics in about the 4th century BCE, creating the early Buddhist schools, while female monastic are working to reconstruct the female branches of what they consider a common interwoven lineage. The diversity of Buddhist traditions makes it difficult to generalize about Buddhist clergy. In the United States, Pure Land priests of the Japanese diaspora serve a role very similar to Protestant ministers of the Christian tradition. Meanwhile, reclusive Theravada forest monks in Tyler,